Anything Goes podcast, man. It's your boy Sean Peoples. Hey, people, if you like our vibes, you like the movement, like, subscribe, share, comment in the comment section, man. Ring the notification bell so you can keep up with everything that we got going on. And I mean everything that we got going on. Don't forget that if you don't ring the notification bell, you won't be able to find out when we hit 5K. We're giving away them prizes and surprises. Jump in the community tab and vote in all the situations and issues that you see going on up there. It's just a better way for us to give you guys better content. So help us help you. Man, we're here at the Anything Goes podcast with my brother, Mr. Razor, with my bro, Sharp, man. Yo, Sharp, man, what's going on, brother? What's good?
Yeah, man, living and loving life.
Always.
Happy.
Razor, what's popping, my G?
Hey man, I'm chilling, son. I'm chilling. I'm here in the rainy weather. It's raining outside. It's gloomy. Should be in the bed.
A weatherman Razor. Always giving us an update, but yeah, it's raining crazy. It was crazy yesterday, man. Why, the last couple of days have been crazy. I think my garden is getting a little bit too much water because when it get too much water, the leaves start turning a little yellow on the plants and stuff. So I'm like, man, and they young. But anyway.
Hey, listen to the farmer over there, man. He's
man. Do, man. It's a new age. The next time a pandemic hit, y'all can hit me up for tips. Yo,
do it into horticulture and stuff.
My brothers, so let's talk, man. Let's have a bro to bro discussion here. So, what type of women do men want? Like real, I ain't talking about no little boy. I ain't talking about little corner dudes. I'm talking about a man. What type of woman? What type of qualities does a woman? There's a real man, or I don't like talking about this real man thing because it's different from a man. But a man that's interested in a woman. What type of qualities does he want in that woman? Razor, what you thinking over there? What you think?
I think a man want a woman that could support him. That's a go-getter. Like if he's going for some kind of dream or he wants to achieve something, that woman could be that support and even help him along. Yeah, can help him along the way to propel him. Because sometimes you're at home and you're trying to do something and you're not sure, but if you have a supporting cast that's there, that's going to push you, you'd be surprised to know how far that goes, because even as friend as you, and Sharp man, and we talk, sometimes in my mind, I want to do something in life, you know what I'm saying? And by talking to y'all and knowing, and y'all giving me advice and motivating each other, it goes a far way. But if you have that person that's in your life that's there, that's gonna help you along the way, the sky's the limit, and I think a man is looking for more than just the body. I mean, that's all nice and that's all good and dandy, the breasts and everything, but you want more than that, because after the infatuation stage, you want somebody with substance, somebody that's there that you could look at, man. You have an organic relationship going on. Like you want to come home to this person. You want to be there for that person. Like you don't want to come home and be like, man, I got to be there because
stand her.
Yeah, I can't stand her. Or is she gonna be on some stuff? You should be like, man, I'm home. I want to go home to my girl. I want to, you should want that type of vibe,
energy there.
Yeah. And if you don't have that, then I mean that that might not be the person for you, but that's how you should want to feel. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, definitely, I understand that. I think you're right. I think you said some valuable things there. Is you want that platonic relationship. Yeah. You want that natural what you would say, like a natural vibe, a natural love, a natural feeling that even when you're upset with her, you still don't dislike her. You still be like, yo, that's my baby. She needs to get this done, or I need to get this done. It's still gonna get done. Yeah, man. You said something about the infatuation stages. I think that a lot of guys, when they look for women, like I had a conversation with a couple of guys the other night on a different podcast, and one of them was talking in the sense of women wanting this and women wanting that. And I think he doesn't realize that you are the person picking your soulmate. You are the person picking the person that you're going to be with. So if you're going to pick somebody that you know is materialistic, what you're always going to have materialistic problems.
Right.
And I don't understand why guys don't understand that. You know, if like, you know, shout out to Black Emoji, but if you're gonna look for somebody that's gonna want you to put a prenup or certain things in prenups for them to benefit them, that's not love. That's, you know, that's a person interested to see what they can get from you. So, you know, Sharp Man, what do you think, bro? What do a man want from a woman? What do you think a man want?
Yeah, well, beyond the obvious or the outward appearance, you know, as my brother Razor said, you want substance, you know, and
a very big word to describe the situation. Substance.
Exactly. And in order to get the substance, though, you have to evaluate this person, you know, based on your interactions with them. So that being, you know, you all are getting together, going out to dates, or just getting together and having conversations, right? And so when you're talking to this person, and you want to find out what their goals are in life, what their dreams are, you know, and from that point you have to figure out, are their goals and dreams compatible with what I want for my life going forward, right? So you have to look at it from that aspect. And so, you know, again, the outward appearance, you know, we all, that's what kind of maybe gets you to approaching that person or wanting to meet that person, right? So not that everything about them is perfect, you know, it's not everything perfect. Maybe it's just how they carried themselves when you saw them that kind of led you to want to approach them in the first place. And so again, when you get outside of all of that, you know, where do we go from here? The qualities you really want, I think if you're looking for the qualities you should be looking for is somebody that shares your vision, not 100% necessarily, but somebody that kind of has some similar ideas as to what you want, and somebody that you know that you can support and that's going to support you. So in other words, you're going to support each other.
Or better yet, somebody that wants to see your vision explode, wants to see something happen with your vision, because they don't necessarily have to have the same, you know, vision, but they want to see your vision, you know, explode. They want to see it be great.
And along with that, you can be talking to a person and telling them your vision, and sometimes their lack of vision or creation will kind of feed you information that would dissuade you from going forward with your vision. That would negatively impact how you go forward with your vision. So yeah, you're absolutely correct in
that. That's true.
Because you can I would say this is like buying a house. Yeah, you and your significant other, y'all want to go buy a house. It's an older house, it's broken down. It's an older house, but it got a great structure, but the inside of it is not properly. If your significant other, if she has the vision and you don't, or you have the vision and she don't, you won't see the potential of what this house can be. This could be the dream house by you just putting the parts and stuff inside of it together. But if the person don't see that vision, it could never happen, because no matter how much you tell them, they're not going to see the vision that you're giving them, you know, and not unless this is just a person that's just going to say, all right, whatever you do, you know, let's just do what you want to do. But if you got somebody that see the vision and y'all working together to get the place accomplished and get the place fixed up to how y'all want it, it makes it even more exciting that you like, look, babe, you know, I want to do
the person. I'm going to tell you something about the person that tells you just do what you want to do. That's the person that's going to come back later on and bite you based on something not going the way that you maybe intended or tried to get it to go
in your face.
Exactly. And that's
do this.
Pretty much. They're going to come back and throw it at you and say, see, that's why I didn't want us to go ahead and do this. And so like I said, you gotta be really careful and circumspect about the person that you choose to be with. If you're at a point in life where you have the ability to choose. I'm not talking about when you're 19, 20. At that point, you're choosing based on different kind of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to a certain point in life beyond that, then you're a little more thinking, and you should be able to kind of reason with the person and kind of figure out what's right for both of you.
So I want to ask y'all something, my brothers. Does the type of job this person have matter? Does how much she make a year matter, or that doesn't matter?
Well, I'm going to say it doesn't matter, but you have to look at it from two perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you have somebody that's in a job and she doesn't want to propel forward or move, and I don't care where you work. You could be working at McDonald's. You could be the cash register person.
Store.
Okay.
Restaurant.
Yeah. What are you planning to do? Are you planning to get a supervisory position, or are you planning to get a managerial position? You should have some
franchise in the future.
the franchise. So you should want to be able to elevate yourself to a higher level. So if I see that you have a job and you're not trying to elevate yourself to a higher level, maybe I can't work with it. But the job doesn't matter. But the growth and the elevation that you potentially might have, if I see that, then yeah, we could rock. But if not, then it ain't gonna happen.
It's kind of rough, kind of sticky. What you think, Sharp man? Does the job does the job matter? How much she make a year matter? Does all of that matter?
I don't want to shout anybody out. So I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So I don't think the job should necessarily matter when you meet someone. I think meeting someone, and is there some sort of compatibility there, is what I would be looking for. And then is this person, as Razor said, is this person thinking about the next step in their life? Like, so if doesn't matter where you work, if you're not already at a career level, right? So if you're not already at a career level, getting paid really well, we know what getting paid really well looks like. It looks different to a lot of people, but we know what we're saying here. And so if that person is in a regular job right now, maybe they're a hostess at a restaurant or something like that, right? And then, are they in school, or do they have a plan, or saying, hey, I want to, this is what I want to do in the future, which is something above what they're doing now, in terms of something that can sustain them in their life, or in whatever they feel. Exactly, their aspirations, right? So I don't think the job really matters. It for some people it may, and those are the people you got to watch out for, right? But I think
I feel attacked here. I feel attacked.
not attacking, but and then look, sometimes it's based on the pond you're fishing in, because depending on your level right now, you're not going to meet certain people because of the kind of the pond that you kind of play in, right? Your playing field is always different, and you're going to meet different people. So, if I'm a professional, I'm used to dealing with, executives and things like that. I'm not going to meet certain people because they're just not coming into my space, because we just don't move in the same circles, if that makes sense.
You're not going to meet,
right. So I think that kind of will also lead you to decide, whether you're going to be able to rock with that person or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in some cases the job may play a part, because depending on her aspirations, if she just want to stay in one position, then I got a problem with that.
Well, yeah, well, you're not. Well, I wouldn't. And again, I wouldn't expect anyone to meet someone and find out that person has no will to do anything more, no drive, to do anything more. Then yeah, that's not a person that you're going to actually want to hang around or be around. Yeah, I get that.
I'm always for bettering yourself. You can better yourself, and don't get me wrong. If bettering yourself, it moving you from the cash register at McDonald's to a supervisor position at McDonald's. I'm all for that, but I just don't want. I don't want to come to the tape. Like some people have this big expectation of people. I'm not asking for a big expectation. I'm not asking for you to make 50,000 or 100,000 or 150,000 or 200,000. What I'm asking is for you to be my partner, be there when I need you, be there to make sure that anything can happen. I can get hurt. I could die. You just we're in a stage right now where this is not kind of a big excuse because we all got insurance policies and stuff like that. But after you get all this money in your hand, sometimes when you don't understand how to operate money, you spend it frivolously. So now you can be back in the same position again with the kids not being able to handle that situation. So I would love for the person I'm dealing with to have aspiration that if something happened to me and you get a ton load of money now off of everything that the insurance and all this stuff, then that you can use that money to better the family, help the kids go to college, make maybe use a business or something, better the family.
Yeah, I think though, what you said is correct though, but if you meet a person that's and their goals at that point may have been limited, I think once you're together, I think success begets success, right? They're going to want to strive to do better, seeing that you're doing it. It a lot of times it pulls people up and have them try to strive for more.
That's what I was gonna go to next. I was gonna ask you guys. So you ever meet a female before that all she needs is a break. She just needs somebody to say, it's shaky over here. Step over here. You're safe now. Just do what you need to do. You ever been in that situation with a female? You just see the how she prosper, how her drive just take her to the next dimension. I mean, so sometimes I admire stuff from women. Certain women, I don't. Sometimes I don't tell them, but sometimes you see that they do some stuff that you're like, man, that's unbelievable. Because I don't think that I could do that. But you got to give them a shout out for that. Okay, what about kids now? If let's say that you wasn't married or have your kids already, short man. If would kids be an off limit thing for you?
If a woman already had kids?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't be off limit. I mean,
does it depend on the amount or it doesn't matter?
Now there's going to be limits. I mean, again, it depends on what you're willing to do. How you feel about that person. It doesn't matter if they have one or if they have 4 or 5. It depends on you individually, what you're willing to do. To see that person strive, to see them do better. Mm-hmm. And if you have the tools and the resources to get them to a better place.
Yeah,
and you got like if you so let's look at it like this.
She has 4 kids.
She has 4 kids. I'm making $250,000 a year, right? And I'm in love with her. She's in love with me. I shouldn't discount her because she has 4 kids. If I can come in and bring that family to a better place, and now it's my family, why not?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you make a good point, but you have to look at it like how does her relationship with the kid's father is how much stress would that bring to you now in your household if they're
you're
problems,
You're broaching a different subject now. You're broaching a different subject now.
It's all in the same.
Not that it's not in the same context, but it's a little different. If I'm thinking along those lines, is what I'm saying.
But that's what I want y'all. I want y'all to measure. Use the stick all the way. Just the measuring stick. We using the measuring stick all the way.
Now, I have to think. So I have to think now further down the line. Now, if that's going to come with headaches, mm-hmm. if that situation is not a good one, if it's not a good co-parenting situation where her and her children's father or fathers are not in a good place, then that's not somewhere where I'd want to be. I don't care how much love I have for her or how much I would want to be with her. I have to consider everything in that respects. I have to consider the fact that she's not stable in her situation. That's not going to work. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even do that to myself or to her kids. I mean, it would just make for a worse and bad situation, because I don't want to come into the kid's life and then have to leave because things are not good, because again, that unstable situation with her baby, her children's fathers and such.
I think, well, I think 4 kids is a lot for me to be able to manage 4 kids, and I'm not a person that believes in the step parent type of thing. So I'm gonna want to be able to, the same thing my kids getting, your kids supposed to get, and that's a lot of money. And I like to have nice things, and I don't think I'll be able to have nice things with taking care of
well, you're taking on. Well, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Anybody taking that on, that's a huge responsibility. Anybody taking that on.
That's a HE double hockey stick of a opportunity. Razor. There's kids matter to you.
Well, I'm going to say it doesn't matter, but it all depends on what you can deal with. It's your preferability.
Amount of kids.
Yeah.
So let's give the same scenario as Sharp, man. She got 4 kids.
If she has 4 kids now, I'm thinking in the line of how old are they? Are they younger? Are they older? Maybe if they're
let's shoot them both. Give us a scenario of both. They're both young and they both old.
Well, if my scenario, if they're younger, I'm more be reluctant, because I know what it comes with, and just the attention that it's going to require. If you're not willing to go into that situation and give your all, then you shouldn't go into anyone's life, because when you go into a relationship or somebody that has kids, now you have to take on that responsibility, that relationship. And as you said earlier, you want to treat them as your own. You don't want to be in a situation where you're treating somebody else.
You ain't my daddy.
No, but you want to be in a situation where you want to treat somebody else as your own, because you want to give them the same thing. You don't want to show favoritism, and if I decide to go in a situation where there's kids involved, or younger or older, it's because I want to be there, and I'm going to treat them the same way, so it doesn't matter, but it depends on what you yourself can deal with, preferably for me, I'm saying the younger, because you might be like, man, I'm going to hear, the kid is 2 or 3, I'm going to hear crying every night, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, it's no,
buy a new sneaker. Yeah. I can't do 4. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like, I'm holier than thou. I'm not doing 4. That's a lot. That's
a whole lot of responsibility.
That's a lot of responsibility for me to take on, and that's not even something I want to give thoughts to. Now, me and that person probably could be friends enough that I can help her. Maybe even be a mentor to 1 or 2 of her child. But for me to pick up 4 responsibilities and now having to take on 4 responsibilities plus my kid plus probably the kids that we're gonna have together. That's
hey bro, listen, that's a lot. I raised 4 kids, so that's a lot. That's a whole lot. I don't think anybody's gonna jump into that unless they, I don't know.
She must be something special for real. She got to be something special.
It's got to be beyond special, bro.
Got to be. But it is, and not knocking any women that have kids that have
Of course not. Of course not. No, of course not. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to also plan for yourself. I can't be planning to give you a better life when I'm trying to make me and mine's life better. So now all of a sudden it turns out from me, like I said, I'm not gonna buy my son some Air Jordans and then buy your kid some Air Bobos. That's just not gonna happen in my house. So if there's a kid in the house, it's gonna be treated the same. It's gonna be equal. Everybody gonna be treated equal in the house. But 4 kids is just too much for me, man. I I can't do that.
And you could look at it in the reverse in the reverse way. If a dude has too much kids, then the female might decide like, I don't want to deal with him.
That's
Yeah, you
always
know.
that's exactly that's your
Yeah.
choice of how you should choose to what you want. But for me, looking for a woman, I want to take serious. If she has and listen, you can only have one more kid than what I have. And if I have 4 and you have 5, it's not gonna happen. And if I have 3 and you have 4, it's not gonna happen. So
you're saying you have 1 and she has 2, it's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I get that.
Because that's a lot of mouth to feed, man. That's and like you said, it's hectic and being a parent because I'm involved. I'm not one of these guys that, my kid be down there doing whatever. I'm involved with what's going on. Because I think parenting is more than your kid sitting around watching TV and you over here doing whatever, you back there doing whatever. You got to play roles in your kid's life. And now I got a tribe of maybe 7 kids standing out there. And now I got to teach all of them how to ride bicycle if they don't already learn. Now I got to take ice cream man drive down the street. I used to only have to buy 2 ice cream cones. Now I got to buy 7, and I can't tell you only can get this one, but everybody getting what they want. Because that's how I'm going to operate in my house. You
got to have the resources to make that happen. And if you don't have the resources, you shouldn't jump into a situation like that.
Exactly. And I don't think even if I had the resource, which I don't, I don't think I would want to put myself in that situation, because that's a lot of demand on time. And I like some of my time for myself. Like I like to be able to, sometimes I'm in here, I lock the office door, then my son go play your game, man. Then my son come, yo, daddy, hey man, stop talking to me, man. Go do what you're doing. Sometimes you want that space. And now my son is old enough to know that I'm just messing with him, or he just gonna come and mess with me because he know that, daddy, I ain't heard no music playing. I don't hear him talking. I'm gonna go down there and say, yo, daddy, and he gonna say, man, leave me alone. And that's an ongoing thing for me and him. He's gonna run off and laugh because he know I'm just joking. But but that's a lot of demand on a person when so I don't.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. You have to, as a parent, you have to be involved. If you want to raise kids that are going to be decent in society and just be well-rounded, you got to be involved as a parent. You can't just be automated where you put them on automatic pilot and send them off. And like you said, you go to one corner, they go to one corner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not parenting. That's something else. I don't know what to call that, but
you got to build memories, man. You don't want your kids to grow up, a kid 19 and don't remember one thing they did with you. You gotta be able to have stuff going on with your kids. But yeah, when I look at all of this, my brothers, I think this is a good grown man conversation. Grown man know what they want in a woman, and we gonna choose what we want in a woman. Women gonna choose what they want in a man, and we have to learn to choose the person that we want to be with, not the person like Mr. Razor say that we're infatuated with at the time. Ooh, she got some boobies. She got this nice booty. Ooh, look at them. All right, that's all good. But when there ain't no substance, because you can't put nothing together if there ain't no substance there. You can't, if there ain't no glue, you can't put 2 sticks together and they stay together. Some glue got to be there. Something got to be there to make them things stick. So, you don't got that, you don't have nothing. My brothers, that was a great conversation. Ladies, these 2 guys will take you with 4 kids. Sharp man is married, so hit on Razor. He'll take you with 4 to 5 to 6 kids. He just let you know about that. Hey, man, it's Anything Goes Podcast. Your boy, Sean Peoples. My brother, Mr. Razor. My brother, Sharp, man. Like, subscribe, share. Comment in the comment section. Ring the notification bell so you can find out when we get to 5K. So you can get some prizes and surprises. Jump in the community tab and vote. Vote. Man, I like this conversation, man. Maybe we bring some other brothers in here and have a part 2 to this, because I feel like we could go a lot more with this conversation. There's so much more that we didn't cover. We out of here, though.